Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the Black Diamond Podcast. I'm your host, Will White. We got a great episode for y'all. Today, we're going to be discussing the topic of why you should never date an OF model. And this is all stemming from the whole STD situation that's going on right now with two OF models. One goes by Gucci, the other one goes by Danae Davis. I forget her name somewhat. But yeah, guys, we're going to be discussing like what the controversy is, why it's been causing an uproar in the community right now, and why you should never take a girl like this serious. So let's get into it.
I'm just gonna say, yes, he gave it to me. It's devastating to have to come on here and share that whenever I was 19 years old, Guccithirdleg burned me with HSV2, and he told me that he was gonna send me his test results, and he never did. And it saddens me to hear that he's done this to so many girls. And there's girls with so many similar stories to me, and they're so young as well. He is preying on the young, he is preying on the new. And I'm so sorry for not saying this 7 months ago. I was scared, and I was making so much money. I can't keep beating around the bush because you guys think I'm lying. And he can't ruin anybody else's life. I didn't know what he was known for. I didn't know who he was. I didn't do my research, and it is my fault.
I think my body count was like 3,100, but I was really I didn't feel too bad about it because my ex chick down in the body had like 2,000 or whatever. But so it was like when I was dealing with my chick, she couldn't really be like, oh, your body counts too much, because her body count like 2,000, my body count like 3,000. So it's like, damn, like I didn't feel too bad about it, honestly.
Now, I'm not one to wish on anybody's downfall, but I am going to call out bullshit and stupidity when I see it. All right. Realistically, nobody should feel bad for this chick. All right. She knew what she was getting into entering this field, 19, 18, whatever it is. You're an adult. You're allowed to make these decisions. And the thing about this field, this OF field, the sex working field, is that it's going to be very lucrative upfront because you're getting quick money. You're getting virality very quickly, but there's no standards. All right. A lot of these dudes don't have to get STD checks. It's up to you to stay on top of that. It's up to you to have that contract, that obligation with the person that you're dealing with. So knowing all that responsibility and accountability lies on you. Now, like I said, I don't wish on anybody's downfall, but she was blinded by the money. Let's just put that out front. When the money and the checks started coming in, she didn't care about, none of the real negative fame or side effects that came with OnlyFans. You only really care about it because now he gave you a gift that's going to keep on giving for the rest of your life. And it's just one of those things where you're an adult. You know what you're getting into doing sex work. Any type of sex work is going to have these type of risk associated with it. So you crying on camera and shit like this, nobody cares. The reason why nobody's gonna feel bad for you, on top of that, is this guy Gucci clearly stated his body count, his sexual past, his in other videos, other interviews. You've seen his content previously, so you knew what you were getting into. Hoe's gonna be a hoe, all right? But anyway, let's get into the video. It's gonna explain deeper into why you should avoid these type of women like the plague, and not only because of their mindset, but you might just end up catching the plague. Who knows?
What are you positive for? What is that?
Can you read that?
It says you're positive for HSV1.
Yes.
So what is that? Can you explain what that means?
So positive for HSV1 means you do not have herpes. It means you have had probably like a cool sore, more so stuff like that. And this is very common in the whole world.
Right.
2 out of 3 people in the world have HSV1.
Let me just look it up so I can.
Most adult stars, they do not test for HSV1. And in the situation, I understand she is a victim, but I'm sorry, Danae Davis is not my victim. Also, to kind of backtrack on everything, me and Danae filmed on February 10th. when we filmed on February 10th, Danae did not show me a new test. She did not show me a previous test. She never even showed me a test. I was wrong as a content creator for even working with her, but just knowing how desperate she sounded, how eager she was. She said she needed money to make for her, like for her rent. She said she needed to make money for her mom.
All right, so y'all get a pretty good gist of the situation. Apparently Danae was in dire need of this virality and this check. So she did what she had to do, which is, throw that cat. And when you start doing shit like that, it comes with consequences. And he said it perfectly, right? She didn't show him a test. He didn't show her a test. So that's just the risk they took. Now, the next video is going to show where she fucked up even more. And she fucked up even more because if you've seen in previous videos, she actually saw the bump on him and proceeded to do it more than once with him. They shot content multiple times, and we'll talk about it in the next video. But guys, don't fall for those crocodile tears, man, because if anybody with some sense sees some sus shit on somebody, they're not doing it. Or at least you're going to put some protection on. So
basically, as many people know, Deshae Frost gave me the opportunity to go on his show. And there I broadcasted my personality. I made a name for myself through what we did on the stream and everything like that. And can I clear up this speculation real quick about Deshae? So me and Deshae did have sex, protected while we were on his show in November of 2023. I contracted HSV2 February 10th, 2024. I did not know that I had it until late March. I cannot give you the exact date yet. I have to go to Piedmont Urgent Care and get that exact date so I can have that exact receipt for you, right?
Yeah.
The last time me and him had vaginal sex was November of 2023. So he does not have HSV.
You said vaginal sex. Did you guys later on have oral sex?
Yes.
Okay. And when did you guys have oral sex?
June.
Okay. A few months ago.
Only oral.
Okay.
Only oral.
Hey man, so again, there's gonna be a lot of sex education that's kind of have to be given to like the mass audience who just don't know. There's a lot of taboo stuff. So you said you contracted it from your knowledge in February. How could you prove, or how would you be able to prove when you contracted it? Because from my understanding of that virus is that someone may have it for a unlimited amount of time, but might only know once they have an outbreak. So how did you know that you contracted at that time, as opposed to maybe you had it all along and the symptoms presented itself at that time that you then went to the urgent care and got tested?
Okay. So with collaborating with Gucci was the first person I've ever seen an active lesion on, or a lesion ever in my life, with a sexual partner that I've engaged with. A friend of mine, whenever I was in high school, contracted HSV, and I saw her lesions, but it looked nothing like his. It was brand new. It was not a healed sore or nothing. He was the first person I've ever had sex with that I saw something like that with. Not only that, a few days, my first time that I ever experienced any kind of irritant was 5 days after I first had sex with Gucci. On February 15th, I thought that I split open my vagina because whenever we were having sex, I couldn't finish because it hurt so bad. I literally thought that I split it open. It started bleeding and everything. I was so dry whenever everything happened. It literally was so confusing to me. And by then, I had already asked him what it was on his penis. No, I did not ask him the first time we had sex what it was on him. But it was his job as a person who knows, and I don't care what you say, Gucci, like, respectfully, you know that you lie. You have ran yourself in circles on the stream all night. I need.
Could we go through that portion, because he said you were aware of the open sore or cut or lesion. He said he had told you that, and you had said, I watched some of your videos. You said that he had told you that he nicked himself while shaving his shaft, and he came on the stream to say after that, because y'all filmed 5 scenes, and you could confirm and deny any of these things I'm saying, but I'm just stating what he said. He said maybe while you were giving him fellatio, your teeth worsened the open cut that made it appear like that on the last video. What's your response to all that, man?
My response is that he did not say anything about his lesion or his sore whenever we first engaged in sexual contact.
At all?
It wasn't at all. It wasn't until February 14th.
Did you notice
laying in bed.
Did you notice it?
Huh?
Did you notice?
I did. Yes, I did see it. My thought process whenever I was coming into it was this was my first professional collab. The collaborations that I had prior were all romantic partners that I was comfortable enough to have sex with on camera. He was the first person that I ever had sex with that I did not know prior. And not only that, he was somebody that I was watching online and that I was fantasizing over for the longest. So whenever I got there, I assumed that it was a safe space.
What did you think it was? You know, because you know you did see it. So what did you think that it was?
I honestly, whenever I was going into it, I really didn't think much of it. It wasn't. So what's crazy is the reason what made me ask is because I don't know if I can show the videos anymore, right? But it changed. What it was the first day that I met him turned into 3 different things, you know? I didn't know what it was, what that was on his dick. At first, it was just one little circle, and you can see in the pictures that I posted in that black outfit, you could see that the lesion looked like one little scab. If you scroll over with me in the pink dress, that was the day, February 14th, the day that I asked. You can see that the lesion turned into 3 separate placements.
Just asking for clarification. So when I was listening to him, and maybe I don't know if Aiden got a different conception of what he was saying. So you said y'all filmed several times. I thought it was the same day. You're saying this was over several days.
Yes,
how many days?
I filmed with Gucci. The first day we filmed 3 sets. 3 sets. So it was the one that went mega viral with the tan and blue outfit. And then we filmed the black set with the black and the fishnets. And then we filmed another set in the same B&B with red. We filmed 3 sets that day. That day, he invited me to fly out to Houston and spend the week with him. And I agreed.
Okay.
I packed up my bags. I packed up my Airbnb. And I literally flew out there. And there, we filmed 2 sets. 3, actually. One was one in the red set. Another one was while I had a pink dress on, and the other one was a threesome while we were drunk.
And it was in Houston that you said, "Hey, your penis looked like this the first night, but now you're noticing some difference." That's what you're saying, right?
That's not exactly what I said. No,
okay,
that's not how it went. I literally, whenever I was laying there, I noticed, because over time, I noticed that he was like messing with himself. Right? I noticed that he would like put his hand down there. Now I know he was itching it.
So he was itching it. You saw him itch it. You saw him start to itch it.
I saw him put his hand down there and fix himself, and now I know that that's a discreet way to scratch your herpes sore. So I asked him, I was like, "Hey, what is that on your dick?" I didn't say, "Oh, it changed over time." No, I just said, "What is that on your dick?" He said, "Oh, I cut myself while shaving." I said, "Oh, that's crazy." But Aiden, I completely believe you whenever you say that you get hair on your dick. I have an ex that had hair on his dick. So whenever I heard that, I was like, no, I've met a man that had hair on his dick before. And I know it's very rare because I've had numerous sexual partners in the past. There's only one man that I came in contact with that had that, but it's still possible. And you guys can get a doctor to come on here and talk about it. It's
that's
real.
Why.
Tell me if I'm wrong, man. She had ample chances and opportunities to get away from this guy, and ample opportunities to inspect what was about to happen, what she was getting into. Ample time to look at any STD, test the records, do her due diligence. She didn't give a fuck. The money was more important. So, with fast money comes slow problems usually, and these are one of these slow, everlasting problems that you're just going to take with you for the rest of your life. But above all that, guys, I say this and I show you this video and this message to say that you need to avoid these women like the plague. There is no saving these women. You know, you cannot change a 3 or 4 into a housewife. And you need to let these women just be on their way. Let them do them. Let them stay to themselves. All right. You know, I like to compare these OF models and these sex workers to like a beautiful, prime, juicy apple, but it's rotten on the inside. As soon as you take a bite into it, it's like your face scrunches up, it just curls, and you get this horrific look, like, ugh. You never want something like that in your life. All right. But you can enjoy the apple. You can enjoy it for what it looks like. You can touch it. You can feel it. But don't you dare put your mouth anywhere near it. All right. So I hope you guys like this episode. If you guys are enjoying my content, check out more of my content below. And I'll see you on the next one. We're out of here. Yo, what's up, guys? I'm giving away this brand new Switch once I hit 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So subscribe to the channel, share it with a family or friend, get locked in, stay tuned for more videos.